when we sat down to our meal, Nick ordered a whiskey neat and a shrimp cocktail, which was positively uncanny because Miles always began his meal with a whiskey neat and a shrimp cocktail.
You haven't had much experience with the uncanny, have you, Rose?
Oh, Rose, I thought I heard your voice. Weasel of a manager wouldn't budge an inch. He pushed us to the wall. Now it's all out war.
What do you mean, Ma?
Tomorrow morning, all Chow Wagon employees over the age of 70 are officially out on strike.
You're gonna pick at the restaurant?
No, Rose, we're gonna put on war paint and shoot flaming arrows at the covered wagon out front.
Blanche, you got a call last night from something called the Maltese Falcon Club?
Oh, good. Remember, I was asked to select the activity for the museum staff's annual outing. Yesterday, I signed us up for a murder mystery weekend at the Queen of the Keys Hotel.
You mean the kind of thing where mock murders are... Oh, what are we gonna do?
I guess we'll have to cancel.
Oh, no, we can't cancel. Oh, Frank, first grade is when kids take an interest in reading. Why can't we recast it with adults?
But where are we going to find an adult with the childlike naivete to play Henny Penny?
I'm not sure. I think it's coconut. It's white on the inside, but there's a red ring around the outside.
Oh, that's my lipstick. I don't like coconut.
No, that's disgusting. That piece of chocolate was in your mouth, and I just put it in mine.
Big deal. We took a bite out of the same piece of chocolate called C. Everett Koop.
Everybody, listen to this. Alex Trebek and the Jeopardy people are auditioning contestants in Miami. They're coming here. Jeopardy! Oh, it's my favorite show. Wowee!
Yes, Pussycat. Jeopardy is your favorite.
Okay, boys and girls, it's time to learn about our special word. Kolak. Tell us what today's special word is. Splatnik. The word for today is hot. Hot has a lot of meaning.
Water, I'm going back out into the hurricane.
Dorothy, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. I'm just so glad to have my mother and my sister back. Aren't they cute?
Yeah, and I've had them both.
Miss Blanche? He said he had friends who would lean on us.
Well, I got friends, too. One phone call to Palermo, and Johnny's lunch wagon will be wearing concrete tires.
Oh, come on. The only person you know in Palermo is Uncle Vito, and he's a harmless old man.
Harmless? Give him a piece of piano wire, make fun of his limp, and see what...
Oh, good, you're home for the Festival of the Dancing Virgins. The sauce is almost ready.
Yeah, I'm not staying for dinner tonight. There's a meeting at Mensa. That's the organization for people with high IQs like mine.
You know, in St. Olaf, we had a chapter of Mensa. And across the room was Girlsa.
I want Leon off the team. Now, I don't care if he is 6'11" and weighs 300 pounds. The boy can't spell his own name unless he copies it off his jersey. Well, no, I'm not gonna tell him. You tell him. You're the coach.
Dean Tucker?
Come in, come in. Look, we'll talk about it later.
Say, Tuck.
I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Well, that's good. It'll keep you on your toes. Too bad there won't be anything underneath them. Okay, we take off in 5 minutes.
Are you excited?
Dumbstruck.
Oh, I know that feeling.
They sent a bullet to bite on.
Your choice, Blanche. Razor or cream remover?
Cheesecake. This reminds me of the first time I ever shaved my legs. It was at a slumber party when I was 11 years old. What's a slumber party without snacks?
Instead of cheesecake, let's have oatmeal cookies.
Oh, Blanche, you look gorgeous. Shut up, Rose. Are you ready?
Yes, I guess.
Stop!
The minister's here.
Oh, I need perfume.
Oh, perfume. Come on, let's...
Each month has the picture of a man who's brought some special joy into my life.
Oh, Blanche. Oh, honey, this is so thoughtful. Whoa.
September.
Yep. I'm
surprised you.
Move, they could have filleted themselves. I hate you.
Rose, what in hell are you doing? It is 2 a.m.
Well, I couldn't sleep, so I decided to get up and make a batch of Sparehooven Krispies. Hi, Dorothy. Cooking?
No, Rose, I'm developing pictures from the Magellan Space Program. Yes, I'm cooking.
I was just trying to make conversation. Don't talk to me like I'm stupid.
Rose, I'm concerned about Ma's first day at Cypress Grove.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, girls, I'm devastated. Just devastated.
Honey, what happened?
I asked my teacher for help like you all told me to. He said the only way I would get an A on his final is if I sleep with him.
No.
Oh, yes. I just don't know what to do.
Get it right.
You may be right.
Good night, Charlie.
Hi, Rose. It's Martha McDowell, your new neighbor. I was here for dinner a few days ago, and yesterday you followed me around the supermarket.
Blanche, let me ask you a question. Are you allowed to go back to Chattanooga?
Are you kidding? The sheriff still rides. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Sophia. There are men's voices that get me going like that, too.
Blanche, there are men's socks that can get you going.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
And do we all remember what today is?
I'll go out on a limb and say Thursday, but you can't go.
Rose, why do you look so depressed?
I'm tired of going out and not enjoying myself. All the men I meet act so old. Last week, I went out with this man that talked for 2 hours about his prostate problems. I lived in Minnesota for 51.
Well, this has been very difficult for me, but I want you to know I forgive you.
I don't need your forgiveness. I mean, I'm not ashamed of anything I've done. Blanche, your father and I were in love. We didn't mean for it to happen, but it did. Now, in another time and place, we would have been married. But at that time in the South,
I've never had to do without it, and I don't know if I can. I don't mind growing older, just as long as I always look the same. So there's no doubt about it. I don't care what the risks are. I definitely intend to have this surgery.
I don't know why, they just don't. I don't believe this. I'm talking to a mouse. The scary part is I think you're listening. Oh, look, I beg you. Mammal to mammal. Please go.
leaving tomorrow.
Dorothy, move the coffee table. I want to do a cartwheel.
I must return to Czechoslovakia immediately because of something very valuable I learned here.
You finally understood what I was saying in the bookstore.
No. It was story Rose told me.
It doesn't say Great Ocean View.
Now, look, these accommodations are simply unacceptable. Now, we want the room described in the brochure, or we will take our business elsewhere.
Okay, have it your way. But don't expect a refund.
We just checked in. We haven't paid for this room.
Yeah. All a big mistake. Voila. Oh, will you? All my keys are bent.
Don't just stand there. Applaud them.
We're both asleep. Why are you just getting in?
Because the justice system in America is an imperfect and sluggish piece of antiquated machinery.
We were in the slammer.
I cute little pal stole some money.
Well, let's go to dinner, ladies.
Have fun. Rose, honey, there's something I have to say to you.
With a man without benefit of room service.
Being with a man is not the same thing as living with a man.
You're right, Blanche. Living with a man eliminates the need for an overnight bag and a stop at the drugstore.
And the need for...
Dorothy, it's just so unfair. They shouldn't be allowed to do this to a fine teacher like you.
Well, it's part of the experimental year-round school system. Every teacher is required to take a 10-week leave, and my 10 weeks are now.
This wouldn't have happened if you'd taken the job I wanted you to take.
Ma, you wanted me to be a nun.
I miss her.
I know. Let's go home.
All right. But I'll be missing movie night. But so what? After the 10th time, it isn't the greatest story ever told.
Knew about that a long time ago. Nolan told me. And he said you were the one that was lousy. Take that back.
Won't.
Will.
No, come on, girls, now, let's examine our priorities. We have no food, water, or shelter. Besides, I also slept with Nolan on that fateful trip.
He should have stuffed the cannelloni in the traditional manner.
Hi, girls.
Blanche, honey, what are you doing here? I thought the reunion wasn't over till tomorrow.
No, it isn't. I just decided I'd come home a day early.
Wasn't this in my time? When I see he's holding a machine gun, so I decide to take his advice. I move, rat-a-tat-tat, everybody's falling like flies on your Aunt Regine.
You're letting your imagination run wild, Papa. This is Chicago, not Sicily. You're just a little...
Need of a big, strong, strapping man like yourself. Oh, what cute earrings.
Blanche, did you really think that you could get us out of here by flirting with that guard?
Well, yes, of course, if he'd been a man.
Oh, sure, it's always a man.
Stuff to do. And no one likes me anyway.
You know, first of all, buddy boy, life is full of crappy stuff to do. It's everywhere, so you better get used to it. The president has crappy stuff to do. Second of all, your grandmother happens to like you. My mother likes you. She doesn't hit anyone.
I know that guy. That's just a stage name.
Ted, did I hear someone say you were a doctor?
He's not just a doctor. He happens to be one of the top neurosurgeons in the Midwest.
No, Dorothy. But I was hoping you'd have a hard time taking advantage of somebody who cares about you as much as I do.
I need help, Rose. Oh, God, I hate the lying.
Dorothy, I lied to you, too. You could never have used that bank card.
For dinner.
Dorothy, tell me something else that's on your list. An entertainer.
Entertaining people, getting my master's, and I wanted to sleep with Michael Del Vecchio.
Wait a minute, Michael Del Vecchio? Is he tall with black hair?
Oh, Blanche.
I know, but I deserve it.
How are we feeling, Mrs. Devereaux?
A little nervous.
You really don't need makeup.
Well, I want to look good, just in case. Doesn't make any difference, Dorothy. I know what I have to do. In this case, I'm going to put me first.
Ooh, now there's a radical shift in priorities.
Look, I just don't feel like making this kind of emotional investment.
But Blanche...
No, you don't understand. I lost one man I loved when George died. I just...
Cousin Rose?
Cousin Sven! Oh, let me look at you. Boy, have you grown.
We've never met.
But admit it, you have grown.
Rose, could you introduce Blanche and me?
Salvador, when you want to be, you have to ask me which end of the opener to use. What the hell are you going to do with his tools?
Will you relax? I'll have us out of here in no time.
The same words he used when he moved you into that crummy cold water flat 12 years ago.
Papa, he's trying his best.
And that doesn't scare you?
You're not being fair. You're
Ball, which is being chaired this year by 35-year-old Blanche Devereaux. Twice. I probably would have anyway, though. Hey, I'm sorry I can't come see you this week.
This is just the operator. Your phone is working fine.
Ma, what did you hear?
You're never gonna believe what happened.
You are never going to believe what happened. Yakamura decided not to buy the house.
What happened?
Well, he went on a shopping spree and he spent all his money. He bought a deposit.
What happened?
Wait, don't tell me. Klaus von Bülow?
I'm talking about Sophia. How did she die?
What do you mean, how did she? Excuse me. Rose?
Oh, Ma. You fell for it. This stuff kills me.
Excuse me, ma'am, you'll have to come with me. You just smashed a priceless Lichtenstein.
Oh, no, I must have mixed the two up.
Ma, when are you going to learn that you have to stop with these ridiculous practices?
Wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's awful, but I have this incredible sweet tooth.
What is it?
Cheesecake.
What kind?
Chocolate.
Oh, I think this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Calm down. I just ran into Harry Weston. They're all leaving town, and they needed someone to watch Dreyfus. I volunteered.
Yeah, well, unvolunteer.
Why, you think I can't do it? You think I'm irresponsible?
Yes, Ma.
You think I'm forgetful?
Yes, Ma.
You think I'm irresponsible?
You already said that.
That's emphasis. You never heard the I have a dream speech?
George, please, I've had enough surprises for one day.
Blanche, faking my death was a mistake. For the last 9 years, every day without you has seemed longer than the one before. Now, you just say the word and I'll go back where I came from, but
Moscow was one clean town. No litter on the streets, and all the bugs are in the American embassy.
Thank you, Sophia. And thank you all. Remember, give peace a chance. The Moscow audience is the...
Bye, all.
Bye. Bye. Oh, girls, I am so excited. Now that Al's retired, we'll have so much time together.
He's really pretty special to you, isn't he?
Oh, he's more than special. I think I'm falling for him.
Amazing that 3 people could accumulate so much stuff.
Will you look at this? I got this doll on my 10th birthday. Oh, I can't believe I've kept her all these years. Her hair's falling out, her clothes are all worn. She smells of mothballs.
Hey, I may not be Aunt Margaret, but I'm still your mother.
Absolutely.
Really?
Oh, yes, we'll take care of you.
Oh, I don't know how to thank you.
Now, you come into the kitchen with me, honey. I'll get you some pickles and ice cream.
Oh, no thanks. I don't have any strange cravings yet.
Strange?
No, I really have to go.
Oh, what a terrible morning this is. Sophia's leaving. And I'm playing an ugly old witch because you stole my part.
Oh, Blanche, I know how much that part means to you. You know what I was thinking? You could go on for me one night. Yes. I did that last part after everything quieted down. I thought it would kind of tie things together. Wow.
Then Renee calls up and says she's got herself an agent.
Oh, nice.
Not nice, Oliver. She's been in New York 6 days. Now she's got an agent who says she's perfect for commercials. And who knows what the hell she's going to do.
Wouldn't it be funny?
Well, if you didn't hit on him.
I thought everybody'd like some Flugelkaka.
Mrs. Nyland, would you mind answering a few questions?
As long as it's not math.
Here, honey, why don't you sit right down here? He's very nice.
Oh, not yet. Oh, but I did learn that baked Alaska can actually be cooked locally.
Rose, I have an even bigger scoop for you. Mars bars are made right here on Earth.
Oh, girl.
Menopause was wonderful for me. It meant no more PMS.
I never had PMS.
Neither did I. But I had a BMW. A red one. Charlie bought it for me.
PMS! Premenstrual syndrome, Rose. You mean you never got crazy once?
Oh, ruined my life.
Sophia, I don't know what all the hullabaloo is about. Dating a circus clown would be a dream come true for me.
Reach for the stars, Rose.
No, it would. Think.
We ran a club. Yeah, a bunch of us get together and send our pictures into Willett Scott with a note saying we're 100.
Ma, that's ridiculous.
You got a better way to get on the Today Show? Will you take it inside, Rose? This isn't the French Quarter. Is Jeremy coming over in a taxi, or is he driving the rental car to the airport?
He's taking the car.
Uh-huh. Well, that's good. Oh, I guess this is it.
Oh, I hate these moments.
Me too. I never did learn how to say goodbye. I vote no.
Well, I agree with Ma. I mean, why should we get involved in something that might be dangerous?
Dorothy, if it was going to be dangerous, they wouldn't let us get involved.
Blanche has a point. And besides, if anything happens, we've got the police right here with us.
Make pockets.
That's a great idea. I bet I could use a little friendly persuasion on that gentleman.
Persuasion? Hell, this isn't for dinner at the Rainbow Room. This is for 10 big ones. Give him whatever he wants. Sorry, I guess I just didn't realize how much I wanted that money.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Congressman.
Stanley.
Doc.
You shaved a little beard. Still 110, Stan. You must be Dorothy. Please come in.
I've heard only good things about you, Doctor.
You want a hug?
Maybe later. Oh, I'm sorry. Raymond, I just can't. My mother needs me here.
Dorothy, you are one hell of a daughter, but you're also a lousy girlfriend.
Sorry.
I think the best thing for you and me to do is not to see each other for a while. At least until your mother doesn't seem to need as much of your time.
Come on. Vincenzo says he's finished. He wants us to take a look. Oh.
Fine.
I don't believe it.
This is terrible.
Well, I'll admit it's a little drab, but with some plants and some nice furniture.
It's a garage, you twit. The point is the two of you are going to be very happy together.
Yeah, but Dorothy, you don't think we're being crazy?
Of course you are. You're crazy and wonderful, the way you should be. Like Puck says in A Midsummer Night's Dream when it comes to love. Oh, Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Oh, Dorothy.
Well, Dorothy, I was lying in bed eating, and if I don't get up and walk around, I'm going to become as big as a hippo. And life, if I can still call it that, has to go on in one form or the other, so here I am. I'll just spend my remaining years in the company of women. Only reason I'm sticking around is to read Danielle Steele's next book. This is all because you're going through the...
This is in her hand.
Blanche, I know I can't replace it, but I want to make it up to you. Listen, since this is our first night as roommates, I'd like to invite the two of you to dinner at my favorite restaurant.
Well, that's very sweet.
Thank
you, Rose.
Then we better hurry, because the strawberry blizzard...
What a pigeon.
my God. If they want to make spies talk, they should force...
Mom, you keep your will in the cookie jar?
Yes. Every time I used to walk in the kitchen, your father was in the cookie jar. This way he still is. I think I better warn you. I know how much you like my sapphire necklace, but I thought you'd get more use out of the pearl earrings. We had a neighbor in Minnesota who killed her husband. She backed over him with a combine, and she didn't even know she had done it until she found little bits of plaid in the corn. She said, "Funny, that looks like bits of Joe's plaid shirt. And that looks like bits of Joe's overall."
Luigi, red phone, I tell you a book.
Here they are, Dorothy. Vincenzo's new work crew.
Looks like the road company of Cocoon.
Haven't
I already lost 1 pound.
in your dreams.
I'm talking about Rose. She has to find a job. She's been out of work for over a week.
I am really sorry about this, girls. It won't happen again. Now, come on, we can all go back.
No. Wait, Rose, sit down. Move over. Move over. Now listen.
Dorothy, sometimes a mother gets a little busy and forgets to tell her daughter everything she needs to know. So I'm telling you now, don't date a priest, it's bad luck.
Ma.
Trust me, God has called me and I intend to answer.
You're really serious about this, aren't you?
Yes, Dorothy, this means a lot to me. Do you think I could leave you that easily?
A minute ago, you were going to spit on me.
Do you have this much trouble with your kids?
Really, I do.
Oh. I'll never forget what you've done for me.
It's all over. Man in the bedroom. Is that a Greek myth?
Get the door, Rose.
You.
Good morning.
Well, kid, what do you want?
Well, I think I'd better be going too.
But it's still so early. I thought we could all have a game of Oogle and Floogle.
I don't believe I've ever heard of that.
Oh, we used to play it back in St. Olaf. It's an adult version of hide and go seek.
Blanche, what do you say?
I say go and have a good time.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, Blanche, that was sweet of you.
Well, Dorothy's a good friend. Besides, who knows? Maybe this guy will turn out to be cute. Oh, Jamie, so good to see you again.
Well, I'm glad to see you, too, even if it is only for the weekend. Fortunately, the business with the will shouldn't take long.
Well, I shouldn't think so. I'd hardly expect Mama Devereaux to leave me the family silver.
Well, as her executor, I had to go over her will with her.
And beautiful and special. When we're together, we laugh a lot.
Why wouldn't you? You're both naked.
There's more to Mel and me than just the physical, Sophia. We share things.
I'll be your partner, Rose.
Ma.
You think I can't take care of myself? You think I'm too feeble to go to Sicily? I'll show you who's not the woman she used to be. Come on, Blanche. I'm Rose. Simple mistake means nothing.
You're kidding.
Hell no. Picture this. Bets?
No, she rides. She's a dog jockey. Let's go. No, Blanche is talking about...
A Nestle's Crunch?
One over.
An enema bag?
To the right.
Didn't you, Grip?
Condoms, Rose! Condoms!
You're trying a little too hard.
Oh, I don't. No, Rose, I admire you. When you want something to happen, you go for it. Me, I dream.
Are you back on that showbiz kick again?
Oh, yeah, Ma. You know, I was always pretty good at it, even way back in high school. Ma, do you remember those variety shows that my class used to put on? I was really very good.
Say, what a privilege it has been for me to come here and work with a man whom I consider to be the greatest Hungarian sculptor of our time.
Yes, and just let me say that if Blanche can name 2 other Hungarian sculptors of any time, I shall eat that statue.
Well, what's it going to be, Laszlo? Who do you choose?
I've been marking the days off on my big ships of the Navy calendar.
I don't think I can stand it much longer. My body feels like a Corvette up on blocks with its engine racing and the wheels just spinning and spinning with nowhere to go. I feel like I'm going to explode. Dorothy, you have to help me. You have to do something. On the wall here.
What about it?
Well, Dorothy knows a great deal about it. She studied in Rome and she lectured in Paris, and she has a very keen eye for color and light and form. She's always the first one to compliment me on my wardrobe.
Obviously, Blanche thinks very highly of you.
Yeah, she's dropping off my resume at the Vatican.
Nothing. Dorothy, you're a sick, suspicious, paranoid person. Stan, my favorite ex-son-in-law.
God, Stanley, what the hell are you doing here?
Don't you dare talk to him like that. I invited him for dinner.
What?
I love your toupee, Stanley. Is it new?
Yeah.
Look, Dorothy, you don't have to believe all of this, but stop trying to take it away from me. Well, I'm going to bed. Good night, Spumoni face.
What did you call me?
Spumoni face.
Wow, I mean, I haven't heard that since I was 7 years old. Lunch because, you know, she didn't want to gain weight. And then after lunch, she walked out of the restaurant and a gargoyle fell off the building, hit her on the head, and killed her.
Oh,
I mean, look at what her last meal was.
that is tragic.
Around here. And besides, you have your own friends, don't you?
Well, I've sort of lost touch with my new beach friends. Well, that's okay. I'm a loner. A rebel. Wow, I can't believe I'm actually living right on the beach. This with me?
You bet we are, honey.
Oh, this is what friendship is all about. Banding together when the going gets tough. Sacrificing sleep and personal comfort. Putting someone else's need ahead of your own. It's beautiful. Let me know how it turns out in the morning.
Menopause was wonderful for me. It meant no more PMS.
I never had PMS.
Neither did I. But I had a BMW. A red one. Charlie bought it for me.
PMS! Premenstrual syndrome, Rose. You mean you never got crazy once? That she's unhappy that she lost her job. Or that she's going to blow up our kitchen.
My fingers to the bone 12 hours a week at the museum. Picasso on your left, snack bar downstairs. It's a wonder I'm not an alcoholic.
What I meant was, how about working for me? I'm swamped with this project for Enrique Mas, and there is money for an assistant.
Tell me more.
Well, we're compiling statistics on...
This is my mother, Sophia Petrillo, who has to be going.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Mr. Vaughn, my name is Blanche Devereaux.
Blanche?
And, this is Rose Nyland.
Rose.
And, this
was vital and happy. Now she's here, and yes, she's resting, but she's behaving like those people at Cypress Grove, camping in front of the TV all day.
Poor woman. Do you know what I think the worst part of getting older is?
Your face, Rose's hands. Why didn't you tell me it was Father Leahy?
Well, I assumed you knew.
No, I didn't. I mean, frankly, I'm a little embarrassed.
Yeah, well, me too. What difference does it make? We can still be...
Dorothy, what about our guests? What about our honeymoon in Aruba?
Oh, I'd be too confused. Would I be using your money or my money?
But we could check with Marvin.
I don't think so.
But I love you. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yes. You're leaving.
Then I better pack.
You know what I'm going to miss about Sophia most? It's all that good advice she gives us.
Well, I guess living all those years, she has a lot to draw on.
If she doesn't have anything to draw on, she just...
Gin.
Dorothy, what's the matter? Something wrong?
The thrill of victory. The agony.
Gloria tells me you're going to go live with her.
That's right. I think it's best.
Well, isn't that kind of a fast decision?
Why, you think I'm making a mistake?
Oh, no, of course not. I mean, not if you think it's best.
What do you think?
Well, I can understand why you'd want to live with her. I mean, she can...
Sorry, I'm never going to be all the things you hoped I would be.
The only thing I want you to be, Michael, is happy. I just don't want you waking up one morning sorry for choices you made.
I appreciate that. But, Ma, I have to live my own life. And despite my flaws, I am basically...
I made it as fast as I could.
I just couldn't believe you forgot the peanut butter vanilla ice cream. It's Mario's favorite.
I was so sure chocolate was his favorite. That's why I bought it this morning.
Oh, my goodness me.
When you pray, the kitchen almost becomes a chapel.
He made me think he was attracted to me, Dorothy. He deserves the electric chair. That'd shock the smirk right off his smug, limey face.
Ah, there you are. Ma, I scheduled the appointment for your checkup. Ma, you have to have a physical. What do you want me to do? Take you to court? Have you declared incompetent?
I'm not incompetent. Once, when I laughed too hard, I had a little accident.
Oh, girls.
Well, what's the matter? Where's David?
I don't know where he is. He wasn't on the plane.
Come on, Dorothy. I'll help you move your things back to your room.
Oh, please, come on, Blanche. Now, calm down. He probably missed the plane. It can happen to anyone.
I missed a plane once.
Gotcha, Dorothy. It was just a shopping list. You have absolutely no sense of humor. Just like your Uncle Vito. At least I think he was your Uncle Vito. Kidding, just kidding.
As human being, I disagreed. The man is pig. He charged me rent. His own cousin.
I can believe that.
His rates are reasonable, but the way he nickels and dimes you on the extras.
No, you're right. Stan is a lazy, disgusting, sorry excuse for a man.
Now I stay here with...
Sophia, I have some confessions to make to you. I was never a big shot gangster. I was never a big shot nothing. All I was is an assistant cook at the Chowder House in Bayonne, New Jersey. Not the kind of a fellow that you used to going around with. I didn't want...
Blanche, you know the rules. When one of you is out with Fidel, the other one does not interfere.
My apologies. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go take a long, hot, steamy bath with just enough water.
Oh, sure. Make the oldest one of the tribe serve the young. And after you have your fill, I'll go to the mountaintop and let the wolves eat me.
I'm worried about Ma.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, I picked up this pamphlet on the 4 warning signs of hearing loss. I think Ma may be having a problem.
Sophia?
Warning signs.
Names have been changed to protect the satisfied.
You think you're the only one who wakes up to smiles and roses?
Well, how about that inscription? How I'd inspired you more than I'll ever know.
Oh, I write the same thing to everybody. It's just like signing yearbooks, remember? You always wrote the same thing. You were the
Lawn Flamingo.
In that case, we better tip the paper boy. What's with the photo albums?
Oh, I'm doing a family history, and I'm going to need your help. You know, I think it's important to tell the grandchildren about their ancestors. Give them a sense of pride in those who came before them.
Even Uncle Nunzio?
Even...
Stickball on the corner?
Ma, they were beating a man. That was sort of why I called the police.
They were just having a good time.
Now look, Ma, I don't...
Location also, he said, but his eyes told me he was dedicated to me. Now, we both knew it was wrong, and we fought our feelings with every bone in our hot, long, and writhing bodies. But finally, it was just too much for us, and we gave up and checked into a Best Western.
Mrs. Zabornak?
That's right.
You taught English. Eastwick High, 1975, when Mr. Martinez had his sex change?
Yes! I was there for the whole semester while he went shopping for new clothes. And he had a pig named Brunhilde, and she won all the blue ribbons at all the county fairs. Well, Niels also had a daughter named Fricka, and she won red ribbons, usually as runner-up to the pig.
Does this story have a point?
You asked that at just the right time. Anyway.
To the funeral parlor. Perks, he called them. That's the stock you come from.
I come from grave robbers?
Grave robber, entrepreneur, potato. He had a family to feed.
I hated that cow.
Lighthouse.
Oh, Ma, what time does Gloria's plane get in?
Oh, she's not taking a plane.
Not taking a plane? Well, that's impossible. I mean, how else would you? Oh, no. Oh, no. You mean...
Turner, if you're less than 70, you can't play.
Freddie Leone.
92. Hey, Leone, try to remember lasagna was not meant to go in a sandwich.
Last but not least, Billy Haskell.
He's not like that. He's very special. He's not the type of man who wants to hop into bed after just one date.
And this is one of his attributes?
I love it. In fact, I think I love him.
Oh, honey, Rose, that's wonderful.
But I get these.
I'll give you one guess.
You slept with the teacher?
Of course I didn't sleep with the teacher. You have to be very careful these days. I promised I would if he'd give me the answers. I call it safe.
That's a man and you're a man. You're both men. Clayton, you're that thing that everyone said Olga Larson's nephew was because he wore paisley clogs and gave out puff pastry. Maybe it's not the flu. Flu doesn't last that long.
You ought to go back to Dr. Raymond.
I did, Blanche. He said I'm fine.
Get a second opinion.
She did. She went to Dr. Schlesinger.
Well, then, you are fine. Now, you want to hear my idea?
She is not fine, Blanche. Look at her.
I didn't say she looks fine.
I have other plans. Thank you. Now, just stop that. Look, Blanche, are you going to do this or not? Because my date is on his way over, and I just want a ticket on the radio to a dinner theater. Beatlemania. Shut up, Ma.
Square.
A statue? Oh, my. Is it going to be a big one?
Hey, St. Olaf license plates don't say big statue country for nothing.
Well, all right, that does it. You're all my witnesses.
Oh,
Speed!
wait a minute.
Sophia, you know people in their 70s and 80s can have great sex.
Yeah, with people in their 70s and 80s. Put me in a bedroom with Tom Cruise, and you'd be peeling me off the ceiling.
Well, according to Big Daddy, he still has both his...
You were saying? Mrs. Bornak?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just figured if I opened my mouth that the phone would start ringing. Anyway, but I...
Boom, 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 Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover, and tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
Oh, I have been tossing and turning. I can't sleep. I don't know what I'm going to do about Jason. He's reached a point in his life where he's anxious to settle down, and he wants us to have another child right away. Well, frankly, I don't know if I want...
Promised you'd go. I know, that's what I said, and all I can say now is tough. I'm not getting on that plane, and you can't make me.
Well, then I'm not going either.
Oh, I don't believe my ears. Girls, the entire purpose of this trip is to conquer our fears. Why, if we...
It's a dream for me. Martha wants to commit suicide, and she wants me to be there with her.
And what did you say?
I said I'd think about it. You can't say no to somebody who pops for a $75 dinner. Tell them, Blanche.
Here we are, Sophia, the perfect after-dinner treat. A nice dish of Jell-O.
I hate Jell-O. If God wanted peaches suspended in midair, he would have filled them with helium. What? Beat it, Rose.
Who can't even afford her own place to live. Beam me up!
Beam me up, Dorothy, you believe?
Rose, they checked out what we saw, and it actually was a UFO.
Dorothy, where... Superhero code, he'd never drop a girl.
Well, I'm glad the publicity stunt worked, and I could not be happier that you got your job back.
Freddie will be here any second. We've got a lot to celebrate.
Yes, I'm still Mr. Terrific, and he's still Mr. Policeman.
I cannot sleep. Hope to think he can be just as dopey at 82.
So, do you want to get a divorce?
Hey, I'm Catholic. I don't need a divorce on my record with St. Peter in spitting distance. I say we get separated.
Fine. That's a better idea.
Sure. Do I look like a man who's about to do it for the 3rd time? Get married, I mean.
Very handsome. Have you lost weight?
No, I'm wearing a girdle. Is Sophia going to make it to the wedding?
She's not quite up to it, but she sends her regards. Instead of making love.
Oh, I don't care about that anymore. I don't care about anything anymore. Life has no meaning.
So, who's for popcorn?
I don't know what to expect of myself with this.
With animals.
Lucy's ready to leave. Come on and say goodbye.
Oh, we'll be right there on Rosen Island. If you ever breathe a word of this to anyone, I swear I'll kill you.
Dorothy, don't be silly. You couldn't even kill a little mouse. That's because you can communicate with him. Oh, Dorothy, one word of caution.
Are you ever going to talk to me again?
Dorothy, what you did was a mean, dirty, underhanded trick.
I had no choice. It was like The Exorcist. I was battling Stan for your soul.
Well, I'm off.
There are other fish in the sea.
You know, the ones my age are floating on the top.
Now, Ma, remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.
I think I crossed that line when I got a date.
Hi, Sophia.
What is that?
I didn't know the answer, so I drew a little man. Is it this guy?
No, I'm afraid it's not. Let's go to Rose. Her response to American hero buried in Grant's tomb was, who is Cary Grant?
Lynn's a bore. However, I just happen to have access to a sailboat tonight. Could we interest you in an evening cruise?
Oh, I'm game. What about you girls?
Sounds like fun.
Why not?
Great. We'll get everything ready. We'll meet you back here in 45 minutes.
Perfect. That'll give me enough time to call my mother.
Your mother's still living?
We had to use cotton and fish ointment.
That's nothing. In Sicily, we use a leaf in the river.
Ma, you never had a baby in Sicily.
I was a baby in Sicily.
Disposable bottles and formula. We had to sterilize our bottles and make our formula.
I nursed. Your brother was...
Ma, why don't we go so that Rose and Miles can be alone?
Why, we were here first.
Ma, isn't it time for your medication?
Oh, good. I thought my buzz was wearing off.
Oh, I really did have a good time. He really doesn't want to do.
Well, so what? Maybe you were responsible, but it got him up off his duff. What's wrong with that?
Absolutely the best thing for him. And the best thing for you, Rose. Listen, have you even considered taking him up on his offer?
Oh, no, I couldn't. I have responsibility.
Rose, haven't you ever done anything to...
Yes, I am very upset.
Is it because you threw Michael out?
No, it's because I can't make any sense out of those commercials for obsession. Of course, it's because of Michael.
You just did what you had.
All right.
Forget it, Blanche. I'm not going.
Rose, what's the problem?
Oh, Blanche thinks I should go to the hospital tomorrow. Well, if Miles didn't tell me about the surgery, doesn't that mean he doesn't want me there?
Excuse me, Rose, you're about to make a grave mistake. You come to me if you want advice on men. You go to Dorothy if there's grammar you won't help with.
Found out that Bergstrom wanted to be cremated.
Oh, shut up, Rose. I think the worst thing in the world is if your child dies before you do.
Sophia, Dorothy is not going to die.
I know that. She'll be fine. I know. What do you...
I'm very proud to win this award. Who would have guessed an old lady with a tin can could raise so much dough?
Straight.
Well, if there are no more questions, I'll order some blood work.
I have a question.
Of course, Mrs. Petrillo.
When I order at Feng Chao's and say no MSG, do they really put it in anyway? So, as is tradition, I am ready to accept your various gifts and offerings. You may begin, Dorothy.
I appreciate your sense of ritual, Ma, but just so you know, I still have Shady Pines on the speed dial. Chip in and get Rose a CAT scan.
Rose, is there a point to your story?
Well, of course there's a point to it. Mrs. Gunderson was a really sweet woman, but she just couldn't do the job anymore.
Then it's settled. We fire Marguerite.
Oh, but couldn't we wait just a few more days?
Ma, what the hell are you talking about?
I think I got chapter 7 and 9 mixed up. This watch is broken.
Ma, Stan gave me that watch when we got married.
Well, the marriage never worked. Why should the...
I have a confession to make. It's not easy, but something happened over there, and I think you should know about it.
Well, I did keep pretty well up with what went on over there. I saw Schwarzkopf on the Bob Hope special.
What I'm talking about is personal, Blanche. I know we said we wouldn't even look at anybody else.
None of us is. We won't be better by then.
Fine, can I have your date?
Of course, Ma. You can have my date, my dress, and my dessert at the dinner. Just leave me alone with my thermometer and the one nostril I can breathe out of.
Great news, girls. I found my folk medicine book. It has a cure for everything.
I hope it has a cure for cranky. There's a lot of that.
Sauce.
Ah, my old kitchen.
Yeah, and there are the pot holders Grandma made, your pasta maker. Ah, the pantry. Remember what Pop kept behind the pantry door?
Yeah, he carved a giant heart that said, Sal loves Sophia.
No, Ma, it was our height measurements. He kept track of them on the back.
Far and wide, and never lose heart, for I know one day my prince will come.
Now, what was that supposed to mean?
I wasn't paying close attention, but from what I could make of it, she's gonna sleep with that little black guy prince.
I feel bad for Blanche. She's done nothing but mope around this house since she and Jake broke up.
Oh, don't expect me to feel sorry for her. I mean, it's not very often that somebody as special as Jake comes along and she throws him away.
What's everybody doing up?
We were just talking about how dumb you were to give up Jake.
Still. What is the point of that ridiculous story, Rose?
The point is, Gustav didn't die from his mysterious disease at all. He lived and recovered. Trouble was, he recovered while he was buried, so by the time they got to him, he died of suffocation.
They didn't want to make eye contact with anybody going to the 5th floor, the sperm floor.
I think you're overreacting.
Perverts looked at us like we were perverts. I know that look.
I thought it'd be more bank-like.
Malcolm!
Dorothy, I hope you don't mind me dropping by, but, well, I got an advance copy of the book review, and I thought you'd like to see our article in print.
Are you kidding? Oh, let me read it. 19th century.
He says that you and Michael spend so much time arguing that you don't have time for him. Don't you take that tone with me, Missy. Yes, I realize you're his mother. Well, no, I don't suppose I can stop you if you insist on coming and getting him. But you let me tell you this. If you and
I'm just trying to help. You want to help? Be quiet. I'll be quiet. But just don't close your eyes. All right? Don't close your eyes.
Did you find him?
No.
It's our third?
We never had one.
Oh, come on. Of course we had one.
George, you were an intern. I don't call 2 hours in an empty hospital bed next to a man in a coma a honeymoon.
Honey, I lied. That man wasn't in a coma.
Oh!
How about if I make it up to you right now?
Actors. Why, he should have won the Oscar for Deliverance. Not to mention starting over. That Academy's just jealous. I mean, you put Mr. Sir Laurence Olivier in Cannonball Run, see what he can do. Oh, I'm sorry, Sophia, but the answer's no.
Fine, break an old lady's heart. If you need me, I'll be out back with the rest.
They're out in the woods somewhere. Well, we better call Harry. We're very lucky we have a pediatrician right down the street.
No, that's a bad idea.
Why?
Because by the time I get my hair done and my face on, that baby could be in serious trouble. Let's call his real pediatrician.
Okay. Pediatrician. Here it is.
Right here on the stage. Pardon me? Oh. I'm sorry, that was just an ad lib.
Blanche Devereaux?
Just a moment.
Trampoline Village.
I told you, I thought you were taking me to Shady Pines. To tell you the truth, I was beginning to look forward to the Chicken a la King.
Now, you really think I was trying to deceive you?
Well, I was, but I don't anymore. Now I think you're trying to kill me.
Ma, I know you're frightened, but do you think that I would be pushing for this up?
Sicilian, if you don't want to acknowledge it, that's your business.
Fine, Ma.
But I may need a ride later. I want to go to confession. They go easier on you if it's still just an impure thought.
Well, you got in pretty late last night.
I know.
So,
I just can't
believe it, Rose.
I can't. You know how it is when you can't believe something?
Yes, I can't believe Alan Thicke has a hit series, but that doesn't mean it isn't so.
I blame you for this, Blanche.
What did I do?
If you hadn't sent him on that date, Michael never would have seduced my daughter.
What are you talking about? He didn't seduce her.
Oh, you...
But I've been disrobing in front of Dr. Kagan for 3 years. Why would he ask you out when he's seen the promised land?
I really don't know. Too many squatters? Don't wait up.
Hold it right.
Father, I just wanted to drop something off. I found these between the cushions of my love seat.
Blanche's earrings.
She must have left them there last week. Oh, and she left her watch too.
For what? Well, thank you. I'll see that she gets them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep going.
There's only one thing to do. Go to Laszlo and make him decide once and for all who he wants.
Fine with me.
Fine with me,
Then
too.
let's go. Where's everybody going?
We'll be back in an hour. Oh, Ma, why did you see it?
Well, Dorothy, to be fair, one of them was Stan.
Do I sense a tinge of envy there, Miss Gone for $25.50?
You can't put a price tag on beauty, Dorothy.
I'm sure you can.
Here, taste these. I'm conducting a pizza challenge. One of these is mine, one is Mama you-know-who's. Taste them and tell me which you like better. If I'm right, this could be worth millions. My face could be in every freezer in America.
A, definitely.
Yep. Hey.
Hey, without a doubt.
David! Oh, David!
Is this your kid?
Honey, what happened to you?
Hey, it wasn't my fault, I promise.
He's stowed away in the airplane lavatory when they landed in Miami, and the authorities picked him up in the duty-free shop in Freeport.
You went to the Bahamas?
I went to the bathroom.
आई काळूबाई तुझं रूप ते सुंदर आई काळूबाई तुझं रूप ते सुंदर अग रूप ते सुंदर गळी कवड्याची माळ तुझं रूप ते सुंदर आई काळूबाई तुझा झाडात निवास आई काळूबाई तुझा झाडात निवास अग झाडात निवास तुला वाघोबाची साथ तुझा झाडात निवास हे आई काळूबाई तुला निवदाचं ताट आई काळूबाई तुला निवदाचं ताट अग निवदाचं ताट त्यात आवड खिरीची तुला निवदाचं ताट आई काळूबाई तुझ्या मंदिरी आरास आई काळूबाई तुझ्या मंदिरी आरास अग मंदिरी आरास तिथं फुलांची गरास तुझ्या मंदिरी आरास आई काळूबाई तू ग नवसाला पावा आई काळूबाई तू ग नवसाला पावा अग नवसाला पाव सुखी संसार ठेव नवसाला पाव सुखी संसार ठेव आई काळूबाई तुझं मंदिर टोकाव आई काळूबाई तुझं मंदिर टोकाव अग मंदिर टोकाव तिथं हवा गार तुझं मंदिर टोकाव तिथं हवा गार तुझं मंदिर टोकाव